CWAN, Clearwater Analytics and U.S. Bank unveil a new compliance solution to enhance regulatory oversight for government compliance. That's Charlie Whiskey Alpha November. RDZN, Roadzen, upsizes India subsidiary financing to $7 million due to strong investor demand. That's Romeo Delta Zulu November. CHKP, Checkpoint Software to acquire Lapira. That's Charlie Hotel Kilo Papa. AFRM and TTAN, the firm partners with Service Titan to bring smart flexible payment options to the trades. That's Tango Tango Alpha November Alpha Foxtrot Romeo Michael. NEUP, Euphoria Therapeutics, granted 180-day extension by the NASDAQ to regain compliance. That's November Echo Uniform Papa, NEUP. AMZN, Amazon at the highs now, 233.80, Alpha Michael Zulu November. JAKK, Jack's Pacific, off the highs now, $19.10, up a little over $1 on that collaboration with Disney, well off the earlier highs, JAKK. CRCL, Circle Internet, popping here, 135.25, Charlie Romeo, Charlie Lima.
Good morning, guys. I'm just trying to check this, mark this stuff out a little bit better to get going here in a few minutes. If you didn't watch the recap yesterday, we ended up making enough money on Tesla to be like $163, so we broke the 150 for the day green. It did a terrible trade with Hood. Kept thinking it was going to rebound and had to cut my losses at like 400 and something down. And then came back on Tesla, which I showed on the other video, and got Charlie and myself green on this account again. So that worked out well. Welcome on this Tuesday morning. We are expecting a very bullish market today. We'll see how it goes, but
BNGO, Bionano Genomics, pricing their $10 million public offering for Alpha November Golf Oscar.
Thinking again very strongly the way Tesla traded yesterday. I'm still very bullish on it. So I like the fact that it's a biased, but it went into like a perfect consolidation mode yesterday to make money very, very quickly. That's what I look for. That's like the sweet spot for these things, is to get that consolidation mode. You could see, I mean, I don't know where I guess we were right in here somewhere. It was like an $8 channel, I think, but it was, it had lots of, really clear, definitive levels that it respected, which was great, in between those $8. And that's what you do. You look at the overall channel, which I pointed out in the video, and just make sure you set your share size based on that type of potential movement. And then you zero in on a much tighter channels for support and resistance that you can, count on more times than not count on. And it was just easy to call the trades once we got into that zone. That zone is it's so great when you get there, like Mark Douglas trading in the zone. You just get into a zone, and it was just so easy. I did get a remark that my mic wasn't. I'll try to talk closer to my mic. Getting a whole new computer system, so hopefully that'll all be resolved sometime in the next few weeks. And I will put out a link to where I got it from. Obviously, anytime you use my link, it helps the channel, so that would be great. To get whatever you want to get that I talk about. I always only talk about stuff that I believe in. It's our time frame now. I don't have my clock on this thing, so I've got a few minutes left. This is the last one that I was intending to mark up. Oh, this is still on. Oh yeah, I got to flip these back to 1 minute. I was just marking out a stock that wasn't Tesla, telling you how it was consolidating. I was marking out an NVIDIA. So this is the one that was consolidating. Yes, I thought, God, it doesn't look too consolidated-y. Yeah, I guess I was around in here somewhere yesterday. Later morning. Maybe it was right here. I don't know. Somewhere in here, it was just like so easy to call the trades. I love those days. Not like when I started with Hood here and it was very difficult. I thought it was easy. It did not work out that way. It seemed really easy till I lost $400.
CNBC's David Faber reporting that Oracle will keep TikTok cloud deal under a new agreement.
And then if I go back on a history of what stocks that seem to give me bad luck, Hood is one of them. I have a lot of successful days with it too, but usually on all the stocks I have successful days. Hood's the one that I can count as some of my negative days that I have to recover, trading something else. Actually, let me look at the price action here to see where are we. We're way down here, so we're in this channel right here. So let's get some marking around where we are and see if it translates as I go. So I'm smoothing these levels where they abruptly stopped and turned around. I'm looking to see if they tap, and I try to catch them as many places as I can. You see how this keeps respecting it, respecting it, respecting it, respecting it, even here going the other way. So it may happen again, right? That's all we're looking for. Will it happen again? Will it repeat? That's the very essence of what a pattern is. And then can we use that information in any way to call the direction of the trade? That's all. Can't count on it, but I find that it really helps. The strategy, there's a lot of strategies that are based on historical data, and pretty much any way you trade is based on some form of historical data. It's just in the arguments over, you can argue to the end of time of what is the best historical data to use. And then if you have an answer to that, don't listen to that person, because nobody really knows. That's the fact. So you just try to get an edge, guys. That's all. I keep saying that. Like when somebody says, I know, do this, that run from those people, because nobody knows. You can just lower your, get a greater your probability of a good trade. That's all you can do. Again, I think I mentioned something yesterday. I got a long email about it, green, and applauding what I said, or the day before, that the best trader, it doesn't exist yet. The best day trader, we've never met them yet. They're still waiting to be found. So, you know what I mean? There's just always a way. There's always improvement to be found. So, all right, so I have this chart here because it's quicker for me than just reading the scanner of the basic ones I'm going to probably be watching today. If you looked at my scanner readings that came up on the scanners, I have links to get these codes to get these, but these are the big boys right now that came up on it. And then I did the other one, which is a little bit less volume needed, and here's some of the other ones here. So that's why I included Oracle, and thought I had BABA up here. Did I take BABA down? Oh, one point I thought I had BABA up here. So am I repeating a stock? No, AMD, no. But BABA might be better served to be here than I don't know. We'll see. All right, news today, guys. AI versus recession signals. Markets continue to rally behind AI hype, but analysts warn of a recession. Signals are being overlooked. Okay, we always have those people. Both sides all the time, warning you, and then, half the time one of the sides is right. So, eventually the people that say it's going to be a bear market will be right. Eventually, most people are saying still a lot more bull market to come, so we'll see how it goes. Nvidia's in hot water over China again. Maybe emotionally that'll affect the stock. In real life, their bottom line, I don't think that company's going to get hurt too much from that, and it's probably all going to be worked out anyway. Tesla stocks continue to surge over the purchase of $1 billion worth of shares from Musk. He's making sure he's meeting all his quotas to get that $1 trillion. So that's good news for Tesla stockholders. So that's why I really want to look at that today. I feel like that's nowhere near done going up, but there may be $50 fluctuations. So you got to be careful as a day trader. You don't get caught on the wrong side of that, and then you get a margin call or something. So just be careful, guys. But generally, the sky's the limit on that, I think. General bullish sentiment as Fed calls for the Fed cuts in AI. Markets hitting new records, buoyed by rate cut optimism and AI enthusiasm. Okay, the whole talk of the bubble doesn't seem to be happening anymore. So let's take a look at our real stocks that we're trading today, maybe trading today. Nvidia is bearish to neutral. Tesla is bullish. Palantir is neutral. Apple is neutral. AMD is slightly bullish. CoreWeave, which got that investment from Nvidia, right? That's neutral. I'm surprised that's not going up. That didn't hit the scanners. Did it? No, I guess not. Hood, neutral. SMCI is neutral to slightly bullish. HIMS is neutral. Marvel is slightly bullish. RKLB is neutral. Oracle is bullish. SPY is a slight bearish alert. Interesting. QQQ is neutral. Basically saying that anything's already built in, that rate cut's built in, is why they're saying slightly bearish alert or neutral on the Qs and the SPY, because that could be what all these rises have been. Pretty much the main news, nothing earth-shattering there to worry about. Let me get this up here. I want to keep this above me so I can, just above my scanners here, so I can watch those in real time, and that makes my FOMO even worse, right? Because I want to get over there. Look at that one go. I can see I built some of these charts, and they're messed up with the volume at the bottom here. Equities, show, take off that, apply. You can't see what I'm doing, but I just fixed that situation. And let me zoom in on these stocks so I don't have to keep doing that. These are out of your view, but I'm just kind of enlarging them on the charts so I can see their movements here without a lot of messing around with them again. Okay. Oracle has candlesticks that are not filled in. And what is our time? I have 9 minutes to think about, do I want to trade one of these at the open? And basically, if I do, it's going to be Tesla. Make sure I haven't messed this up. Everything's on green. Green. Oracle's going up. Yeah, they're saying TikTok's buyer. That's the other big news. What's our volume there? 13,000. So you just can't get involved in that kind of a volume when you're scalping. That's just not good. Especially a stock so expensive. Yeah, just not. That's what tore me from it yesterday. I was just, or the day, what is today? Tuesday or Wednesday? I don't even know what today is. Tuesday. So yesterday, I think I took a look at it and I was like, that's terrible. I'm not going to even attempt to trade something with such low volume. Yeah, I'm going to stay over here on thought for a minute my volume wasn't on Tesla, guys, and get ready to kind of call this right at the open. I may use the ladder. I don't know. I have to see what it's going to do. I'm not expecting a big push one way or the other. Slightly bullish because the news is old news, but it's so volatile that it affords possible opportunities to make or lose money. Keep in mind I said lose money, so be careful if you're going to I always say do not attempt to follow what I'm doing on the open candle, really particularly. But remember, I'm not a licensed financial advisor, guys. Seek the advice of someone licensed before you try to emulate any of the styles or demonstrations that I do here. This is basically my plan that I follow, which should not be for beginners, except this part where I only enter in 25 of my position, which might be just where you stay, your max position. But then it got me in trouble yesterday with Hood. I will add to my position if it's gone against me and it seems like it's going back toward me to get a better price point and to make more money. Often that's when I'll go to half my position or even all my position, because I see the money generating in front of me. But it went wrong yesterday. Hood started to show a recovery and then flushed, and I just kept going down, down, down. It just finally had to call it. I actually haven't studied to see where it ended up. Yeah, it's kind of ended up where I was. I'm looking at it now. So I could have done a swing trade and then added to the shares like I do a lot, all that trickery, and then gotten out. But I didn't, mostly so you guys could see, you know, that's what happens. And my max loss was probably right around where I got out. Just so maybe if you're going to watch me, I always say, like, do as I say, not what I do. I'll go for the money sometimes. Yesterday I took the loss knowing that I could get back, and I did, got back. And there's always a trade. There's always a trade, guys. You got to have that attitude in your head that there's always something. But remember to log every trade. You know, practice in the simulator first. Make sure you're green there for quite a period of time. Make sure your share size is so low that hands aren't shaking, you're not sweating. It just shouldn't matter too much to you. 1 day of trading, 1 week of trading, like Mark Douglas says, count on 20 trades going against you. And how do you feel about that? It shouldn't bother you a lot unless you were trading way more than you could possibly afford to trade. So that's getting an attitude that it can always go against you is a good idea. If you're new here, I'm very indicator-driven trader. Historical data, indicators, I really believe there's nothing else. That's what trading's all about, is you're looking for price action to repeat itself via looking at patterns, to try to call the future. I'm the day trading quarterback or the professor. I will be doing guest trading on another channel soon, and they want to call me the day trading quarterback, so that's going to be my other handle. And we will direct you to that channel if you want to continue to watch me live, and then I'll do recaps here. That's not going to be forever. That's going to be for like 1 month. Or if it is more often, it would be different times of the day that I might go live at a different channel to help build that channel and recognition over other channels. So I'm getting lots of offers to do stuff like that. So we'll see how that pans out. Should be kind of fun, really, you know. And then if you're not interested in anything that they have to do, or then just watch me and leave them. They don't want me to say stuff like that. You know what I mean? But you know, it helps other channels. I'm game for that too. So, and then I'll put the recaps here, and but the live videos for that month, which is probably next month, will be over there to watch the live. And that I haven't announced the one yet. All right, so we're looking at it here. Kind of like to see it break the 418 before I get into it, if it goes up. But that could be it, right? So let's see where this ends up. I'm going to get ready to place a trade on the ladder. I'm only going to do 50 shares. And right now I'm thinking that fib's at 415.50. I'm thinking right now 416 if it goes up to try to get in. Oops. Somewhere right around there, maybe 416.05, maybe like right there. But if it starts to go up there before the market opens, I'm going to click that trade right off. And now remember what happened the other day. What happened is it picked me up. I had to call and get them to correct the trade. And they advised me not to trade this way again, but I'm going to do it because their multi-billion-dollar platform should be able to handle it. But anyway, it picked me up. It disappeared. And then I got out like $2 up, you know, before it even registered a trade here. I clicked sell. And then suddenly it had me buy where I sold. And then the stock flushed and it put me out of position. And it was just no question that that's what happened. I had recorded evidence about it. So they made that right. Yeah, so that could happen again. So it does kind of scare me that this could disappear, and then I see a profit-taking opportunity, and then I get out before the 1 minute stopped, and then it registers suddenly that my exit was an entry. Weirdest thing. Luckily, I had that all recorded. I use OBS to record, and I know somebody sent me an email trying to help me, advising that I report that, and I did report it, so thank you for your help. I had already reported it that morning, right away. So, okay, guys, about 30 seconds. Good luck today. Welcome to a Tuesday. This is just going to be, and then we're going to wait for some grinding to happen after this opening ridiculous trade that I'm going to take, and I don't advise you to do it. All right, so it didn't hit up there, so I'm going to go ahead and close this and get ready to make my move if it picks me up there. Probably would sell market too. If it does that, I'll sell market up there.
U.S. markets are open.
Buy price is at 416. I'm looking at the bid in the ask. Okay, so I'm picked up. It showed me being picked up. That was interesting. That time, at least, it showed me. Is that it? Getting ready to get out. I don't like the move. Wow, I should have just got out for a tiny bit. I'm just going to get out. All right, so I lost $50. So, you know, and it could recover. I just don't want to wait for it to do that. So that's why you don't do those trades. You know, I could have got like $20 at one point, I think. But I was hoping it might just keep going, you know. But it looks like it's about to do it again, so we can take a look. There it goes. Not going to get back in on this candle, I can tell you that. There we go. So now there's a possibility that I could catch a dip here. This is real just like roulette wheel stuff. You don't want to try this stuff, you know. Went ahead and picked it in there. That was terrible. I tried to get the $30 and I got like $20 or something. It looked like I got like $4 there. I was just trying to get this green. Looking for a dip again, a bigger dip than what it's doing here. I liked how it picked me up at least quickly. That was good. That's the buy-sell oscillator, telling it it's not going to keep going up. So I am looking for a dip. Let's see. There's our ATR up there, which would definitely be a spot to short. For me anyway. That's the way I see it. Wow, huh? It's doing a 75 cents to $1.50 swings here. I was looking for it to get down to maybe closer to the 414 range in there somewhere, but it seems to be keeps pushing higher. This is not how we're going to trade today. I'm actually just trying to get this green if I can through some risky trading here. I'm going to go ahead and go in there. Didn't get me. I'm going to get out so I can reassess. Again, it's just stalling right around the 415.50 to 75. It broke 416 again. So I just don't want there to be a breakdown right when I go in long here, but I am going to trade it long biased. Looking for a bigger dip than what I'm getting. Lots of trades here. Lots of trades that were available there that I did not get. So looking for the swing up now. There we go. So I'm down to $8 down. Again, this is very risky what I'm doing. I don't highly recommend it to do. Even for very experienced traders, it can go bad fast. So you just have to be able to deal with the heat. You know, if I lose $300, it's like, I'll deal with it. I'll get it back. I don't want to. But we may end up over here once I get some consolidating action. This might be the place where we want to find the channels to trade. I'm looking for a breakdown off that fib. That's at the 50. There it goes. I'm going to go in there looking for a recovery, but it could really hit it. So it broke the fib. I'm looking for a recovery up now. Looking for a retracement back up. We're not looking for a big drop here, obviously. May have to sell out for a loss here. Just I was hoping we'd get it. This is what I mean. It's almost like rolling the dice, you know, when you get into trades like this. It's just, I saw the makings of a repetitive pattern there, but then it faded off of it as soon as I got in this trade. It kept going up and down, up and down. Then suddenly it just went down twice, and now it's going, you know, continuing to go down. So I'm a little worried about it. I think today it's going to be way up here, much higher. So if I was going to pull any swing, it would be on this. But I want to be able to trade it with you guys, hopefully, so I don't want to get way negative here. I mean, I want to be holding the trade. I want to get out of this trade if it keeps going down. So, again, this is just to show you what not to do right now. So I don't really want to try to dig out more than $100 here, so that's what I'm looking at. It's kind of my fail-safe is $100. Not going to add to this position. That's really just comes. I mean, most people would call this just stupid, but it's exciting. You know, I like the exciting part. Why you shouldn't trade? You don't trade for excitement. You trade to make money, right? Like I said, don't do as I do. Do as I say. Yeah, I'm out. That's just too many times of negative downward movement. So it's easy to get that back to profit. So I'm not really worried about it. But yeah, it's fading a little too much for me to hold that. Now it's going to go. You know? So let's just see if it holds some of this historical data down here. So it might be a place to get to play a dip here. Yeah, so 406, it went way down to 402 yesterday, right before the end, huh? Because I was up in this area. So yeah, there's a lot of room to go down here. As I turned away from it, it made its move. So it never went down to that 412 level. Just right there, which is, you know, was picked up pre-market, post-market. So that's not really too strong. Or this one here, yeah, that's not really that strong. I wouldn't call that strong of a level. I mean, because it's after and pre-market data. Did respect it, kinda. That's your market magnet low right there. I mean, it's marking the low day. There it goes again. So yeah, not something you'd want to go in long right now. And I am long biased, so I don't want to short it. So NVIDIA's down since the open. Apple's down since the open. Google's down since the open. Palantir's down. AMD is down. And Hood's a little bit up. Oracle is way up. Oh, so what's the volume on Oracle? Well, see, now that's decent. What's our spread there? Spread is pretty high, but not undoable. So this could be really going up. So let's take a look at this for a long bias with a channels here. So I'm going to keep it at 50, treat it like a Tesla, because it's traversing large amounts of area here. So let's just make sure. Where is it exactly? Let me get a beat in on this level 2 and see what are we dealing with here. So 312. So it's gone $3 up. So it's kind of like a Tesla. Wow, it's just going up too. So I'm going to try to get a dip in here, because I don't think it's done. The market's too early in the market to call this move over for sure. 16. Interesting. All right. I tried to get it down there at 90 cents. Canceling that. Oh, it picked me up. I was canceling because it took too long on the swale. I'm going to stay in this for a bit. It's just 50 shares. So let's see if we can get back the loss on the Tesla. If this is back down to this fib, you might see me add to it if it's circled back around. Now you can add going up. It's not something I typically do, But if it proves to be really strong, I might do that. I mean, it's certainly been higher up here recently. So now it's hurting me on the way down. Making me think maybe I shouldn't get too greedy and just treat it like every other stock and take $20, $30 per trade. No news that would stop this from going up. So this is all on the possible purchase of Twitter. I mean, not all, but it's a big move. I've got to look at this like this could go down $5, quickly. So, that's $250 right there. So you have to be able to handle that if you're going in, or just get out, at some place quick and not look at it like a longer term. It's already doing its retracement from the open. So just catching these things. I had a nice profit up there and I didn't take it. There's a tweezer move down here all the way down at 311. Yeah, it's pretty low to be thinking about holding this still. Don't have a lot of data to take this trade. I just jumped on something going up and figured that it's going to continue to go up, so it was a valid risk. But we're not getting any data on the historical data yet for this stuff, so which is how I like to trade, So we may feel a little, there may be some blood in the water before I get this worked out this morning. Being somebody that used to swim with sharks nearly every day, I'm very used to blood in the water. The only shark one of the few sharks I never came across in the open water was a white shark. But just about every other mako, bull, tiger, all the hammerhead and all the well-known sharks I've swam with regularly, had to fend them off regularly. I just tried to take a small profit there as it was going up, and it didn't pick me up. There we go. So that was just a little trade because I didn't want to not do it like I did last time. And of course it decides to go crazy. See, it scared me over here, so I got out quick for just some short money, and then it did that. So is anything happening? And nothing's turning around big anywhere. Apple's recovering from its going down in the beginning. Let me adjust some of these charts here as they're going off my screen. Nvidia's coming back, like I just said. Hood went way down. Wow. I've got Oracle up here twice. What don't I have up here? Tesla? Oh, that's because that's the same color I was just trading. Ugh. That was stupid. All right, let me go back to Oracle here, guys. I'm looking at my other charts above me, and I just got messed up by them. Of course they're going to double up because I have it down here now. One of them is going to be down here. Look at that nice 5-minute move. So you kind of want to get on this like I originally planned, and then it flushed me and got me worried. So now I'm thinking again back to my original strategy, look for a dip and then ride it a little longer and make some money. Now you could go much higher share size and make more money, All right, let's look for a pullback, at least a 319 before we jump in. Spread's pretty high to do market, so you're going to get a lot of slippage if you go by market. It's not pulling back, though, so I may jump in here on a smaller pullback. I'll try, see if I get it. So now it's time for you to go down again because I bought. Yep. Oh, boy. Chasing it. You're chasing a stock, and that's what you get. Now, I want to hold it longer. So now it has the opportunity to really hurt me because I want to hold it longer and maybe even add to it so it can go back up because it taught me that, oh, I should have held it last time. I don't have any other data, guys. That's the thing. This is just long biased, and I have to see what can come of it, you know. So there's your ATR high right there. That would be a good spot to possibly add if it turns around there. I've got it at 319.57. I'm $1 off position. As it goes back up, it's tempting to jump on it. Let's see if it's going to go back up with any kind of power. Nope. Rethinking. Looking at that scalp pro meter. So it didn't make it to the top, but it almost had as much volume, and you saw how the buyers lost way there. I'm kind of thinking about if it jumps up to 319, adding as it goes up, but risky move. There it goes. Oh, I had my chance. I didn't take it. That would, if anything, would make me add down here at the dip more now if it dips back down. That's a whole $1 I could have been down to. I'm going to try that. I gave it to 100 to see. It didn't pick me up. Twice I tried to. Well, one time I thought to go and I didn't, but once I pressed. What's he going to say that could destroy the stock? So be careful if he says something right now and then it all goes south. I'm going to go ahead and get in off of that. Didn't do it. It picked me up. Man, I canceled that order and it picked me up anyway. That was annoying. So now I'm at 318.85. I actually feel pretty good about that position right now, even though I'm down. But let's see. Feel we're going to get a recovery up here. Again, we're not actually doing the kind of trading yet that I want to do that's safer for everybody. We're kind of biding some time here. And we're going to look to see, because these stocks that are consolidating kind of down a little bit could offer some real opportunities here in a minute. So we'll take a look at them. Yeah, I'm looking at Tesla over here, thinking it's coming back up to its open and doing just exactly what it did yesterday. That got me some good money on this type of trading. This one's continuing to disappoint.
Disney, Warner Brothers Discovery, and Universal seek damages and injunction against Minimax for copyright infringement.
So it rejected off that fib. Seemed like it was going to break it. Don't make me dig out of a hole again, guys. Come on. It's hitting the VWAP now and the other fib. So this would be a good spot for it to turn around right here. It's got some support here at the 316 level. Keeps breaking it. Man, it wants to hurt me. Let me get a bigger look at this stock to see how far I want to ride this down. Yeah, again, it was way down here recently, so that little spike of news could be way overblown, and I could be in for a real headache here, so I do have to be careful. If it's not going to keep going up, then I got to get out of this for another loss. Yeah, it needs to really show some reversal signs here, which it is not. It's stopping a bit here, but it's not really reversing, so it could really, if it keeps going down, I just got to get out. Take a hit. Hit that fib. See, this is a small reversal sign, a little doji on the 1 minute. So now if we get 2 green candles, then I can maybe make some money here. So let's see. Break to 317, will you please? Right there. Looks like it's going to. We've got 30 seconds for this candle. I'm staying on target. We like to see a recovery up here to above 319. We got a ways to go, so. But it can happen fast. So I'm kind of stuck here now. That's the other thing I hate about getting into a negative position is I can't go make money with the others. Now this is going to pull the magnet up, so it's definitely reversing here. Magnet's up, so most of the volume's right there, which hopefully will spring this forward, not the other way. No, upward. Man, I'm like between the two, I'm down $400 again. It's going to make me dig out of it with Tesla. Feeling sorry for Charlie because she's much lower share size, but following me. We're hoping for the best. Good. Another green candle. Let's go for it. We got 15 seconds. Let's go up here and be nice and green. Let's show them. Come on, up there. See, buy sell said turn around. You got 7 seconds to go the other way. I have to get out soon because it's not doing what I need it to do. So, I was pretty confident that it was going to go up. I'm not completely lost my confidence, but it is getting close to me losing my confidence on this one. So it just keeps torturing me right around 300 negative. Here we go. Now it broke to 17. Did it? Yeah, no, 1650. Okay. There was the 17 ones. There we go. Let's get a big move up now. Like this 5 minute.
Trump says Zelensky is going to have to make a deal. Europe must stop buying oil from Russia.
I thought they weren't buying oil from Russia. Okay, we got a green candle. We need a 5 minute green. We won't get that till this mark. Oh my God, I almost just want to take the loss so I can go make money someplace else. Let's go. Wasting too much of my time here. Consolidating out of my position. I could leave this and set a sale where I want it. But then I could come back to it being like at, $318 down or something. So, okay, let's do it again. But this time, let's break these levels. Come on. Sellers weakened, but still, we're just not getting up here, guys. It's just this torturous trading like these stocks trade with lower volume and okay, so magnet pulled up again. That's usually a sign of an upward move. TikTok deal close within the next 30 to 45 days.
NAHB Housing Market Index coming up at 10.33 the consensus.
Something about that news
2% expected.
Oracle didn't like. I don't exactly know what.
Wellness, hopping here on heavy volume now. Hotel Charlie, Whiskey Charlie, up 30%.
But whatever it is, it's enough to get me out of this move if it doesn't turn back around. Come on, it needs to be a big explosion here. Yeah, the 5-minute turned red, unfortunately, so I just picked up on that. So this is getting worse for me. So, yeah, we don't like to see it hovering around $400. So we're going to get out here in just a second, Charlie. So this is not going the right way. Yeah, I'm just going to get out. So that's too bad. That's the same thing that happened with Hood. The same exact thing with Hood. Same thing. So 2 bad days I have to recover out of now. Okay, so let's go to Tesla. Let me just make sure it's doing what I need it to do. So it is going up. It's consolidating as it goes up. Apple's going up, but they're going to be much slower to try to recoup with this low share size. We're kind of stuck trading. So I think I want to go to Tesla here and just see what we can do, guys. No, I don't want to confirm. I'm not filling any order. Stop. Okay. Let's see here. Wow, look at it. Respect that ATR there. Boom, huh? Now the $88 loss looks like chicken fee. I got to overcome $500 down right now. Somebody said it was just as fun to watch me lose as win, so there you go. You get what? If you're not trading along, it's just entertainment. Look at that guy sweat. All right. So we got to remember we can't do too many max. If we're keeping to the PDT, then we really can't do more than just about 200 shares maximum here, which is what I will do for everybody. Instead of dropping 1,000 shares in and getting one trade that gets me back to even, we'll do it the hard way. We'll do it the long way. Okay, so it respected that fib. What am I not seeing here? All these gray lines are half and whole dollars. So tweezer move right there at the bottom of that. I am zeroing in on the 415 level to enter if it hits it down there. And we'll try to start digging away out of this hole. It's at 415.50 here. I was looking to get down to the 415, but it hit there a second ago, and I wasn't there for it, but wasn't zooming in on it. And now it's on its way back up to this. Now it's making a flat top here, so I might hesitate to go short up there. You get a bigger picture of this. What it did all yesterday. It kind of came up to 430. It's been recently up to 422. Yeah, this level here, 422. So we've got some room to grow here for sure. But then it went all the way down to 405 as well. So it's kind of looking at the overall, what we need to do here to recover. Serious confidence that I will be able to recover, but that can go bad too, so be careful with that. follow the price action. Like I didn't do on Oracle. I just went with the long biased FOMO type attitude that cost me dearly. So that amount of money, $500, that can be a lot for some people. It's a big deal. And on this account, we only have like 2,000 plus right now, so we don't want to blow this account. We got to fight back.
Business inventories plus 0.2% in line. NAHB
Jesus, don't yell, dude. Don't yell. We got to get in this move. This is about to pop. I'm looking for a dip. Magnet's going to pull up. It didn't give me a dip. I knew it was going to pop. I was just looking for something a little closer there. So now you look more along the lines at the 1750. If it gets up there, do we want to short? Its highest was like almost to 18. Excuse me. Keep your share size tight so you don't get into a bad position and you can just bail out of it. I am going to take a chance off the ATR. I want it to get a little closer to it. It's at 50 at the 50 cent mark. 417.50 is what I'm looking for. The longer it takes to hit it, the less confident I get that it will retrace back down. And I can't try to get all my money back at once. You know, we take the baby steps. You get into a zone here and start scalping, you know, $20, $30. Just chip away. There it was 41 cents for a second there. 42. I'll try to get that. That's at 53. So I got it at 53. And then it broke through. But we're assuming it's going to come back and retrace off of that. So that's the assumption. I have more historical data up there at the 35. So I am short at 417.53, looking for a pop down below to closer to 417 again. Man, it just wants to torture me today, huh? Or 1850. Would have been good to wait for that. I thought about it, but I thought it was gonna reject off the ATR. So we're just digging a deeper hole here. We got to get a move that's gonna work for us. Going by support and resistance levels only. I am long biased, but I wanted a retracement. And the ATR usually affords that opportunity, but now it's hurting. I will add to this position and take a chance. It comes back, starts to come back down. Okay, that's the price action that I like to see, so I'm going to go ahead and hope for a continuation of that. Started to dip, and then it didn't continue, so we needed to fade off these levels now that I dug a deeper hole. So remember, if you're short, you're buying out of your position. Don't panic. Just wait for the move. Volume's 500,000, so it should afford us some opportunities here. There's one red candle. Let's wait for the next big one coming down. It's going to come down. No, you're not going to go that way. You're going to come down. You're just threatening. You're just threatening. You're running out of air up here. You can't breathe up here. All right, you're going to fade off. You got to eject, eject, eject. You can reach the ejection handle, Goose. You can reach it, and you can eject, and you can pull us down into this area again. Oh my God, come on. Oh, take a breath. Wait it out. A deeper hole, a deeper hole. I'm at my max share size, so I can't do any shenanigans like I might normally do to get out of this, but let's wait for it to come down. Let's wait for tomorrow for it to come down. Oh, no, please. Let's get the prayer indicator up here. Getting a lot of rejection at this level. I still have faith. We can do it, Charlie. My God, I just wanted a $30 green trade, you know, and now it's like this torturous. It's hitting this for support down here constantly. Makes me want to buy out for a lesser loss, to be honest with you. There, it finally broke it. There we go. Oh my God, did it only give me like $1? Oh my God, it was $30. That's the problem with market, right? That's the problem. Now I'm going to be very long biased if I can get back in this on a dip. Yeah, that was about, I got out right about where it held. It's held its water there, and then but it gave me a really bad, I think I only got like $11 on that, so that was terrible. Oh well, at least it's not $200 down or whatever it was, so part of the game. Let's see if it's done retrade, dipping here. Let's get it off the ATR to go up maybe. That's at 418 roughly around there. 417.50. Our target going up so much higher than going down. There's definitely a whole bunch of trades in here that we could be taking that I'm not taking right now because I kind of got stung there, so I slowed down a bit. Get me down to 418 and I will go in. Okay. There, that was, I tried to get in. I got in at 14. That's not what I wanted. I'll try to take that. There we go. That gave me a decent trade real quick. So we'll look for another dip down there and try to repeat that. It's giving us some really good consolidating action here. It's not dipping anymore. It's just sort of sitting right above that 35 level. There it goes down a little bit. I'll try that. Tried it at 08. You can see me right there. Got me. Looking for a bounce up. And it fades. We're definitely going to stay long biased here. This is fibs at 417.50. It's not done going up, guys. I'd rather be, upside down on a long move for sure than on a short move. Really? Thank you, man. So we almost got back our $88. We got a ways to go to get that 400 back though. So let's see if we can stick with it here. You just got to have nerves of steel and then play the levels, play the indicators, play the level 2, watch your price action. Don't think about other stuff. Just stay calm. I want to go short here, but I'm not going to. Looking for a good dip here. Let's get down below. Let's get back down below the 418.35 level. We were really at the 418 is where it got support. So the closer we can get to that on a dip, the better. There was 418.50, 46, 43. It's still dipping a bit. Wow. Tried to get it there. Got it at 21. I actually feel really good about that position. So it might go against us for a minute, but I think it's going to come back up. So you would see me add to it down in this area here. If it gets down there, far enough down there to the 50-cent area, I will add on a retracement before I see it going back up, because I do believe it will go back up. Wow. I'm going to try to get that there. So now I'm in it, and it's hurting. So, yep, and that's counterintuitive to a lot of what people would do there, but not me. So 417.74. I'm a little over $1 off my position, the way that it just burned right down there. Even the Tesla Model Y can't stop the rally. What a dumb story. Hate that story. Okay, so now we want this bounce back up here, which we're going to get. It just might take a minute. So let's just hold firm. Now, I didn't add to it as it was going back up. I added to it because of the nature that it was moving. I thought it was going to spring, and then it suddenly did a fade instead of a spring. So I'm kind of back into a position again now that is not the best, but you got to take chances when you do these things and wait for the move that you see to go back your way. This could be a while. This could be a bit of a swing here, but it will go up today, I think. So definitely one I would hold. But I don't want to lose a whole bunch of trades I could be making here. Or 15 would normally be a spot I would be very afraid of. It's turning around now.
URB, Turbo Energy, resuming trade now. Tango Uniform Romeo Bravo.
A lot of my days like this, guys, but sometimes it's with much higher shares, but it's this sort of like managing a bad position until it becomes profitable. You guys got to stick to your max losses, and those of you that are entertained by my struggling, then you get entertainment for free. Well, that's like what I didn't want to happen. So we don't want to see it break that level. Wow. So it really wants to torture me today. I would carry this into a swing is what I would do. When you get to these kind of numbers, I'm going to swing it, which I was trying to avoid doing on this small share size, but I have a lot of confidence in this going back up, even if it's if it's not today. But that's sad for us trading together for the time period. I'm already up to 43 minutes past the open now, so if it doesn't recover before I get off, I'll show you the recap of how I ended up. Because it is definitely taxing my patience with its downward move here. Decided that it was going to drop right when we were zooming in on the consolidation. It looked pretty good. It looked like a consolidation with a long bias right here. And then it did this, and it can happen at any time, and that's why you have to be ready, ready to suffer the consequences. I'm ready to suffer the consequences of it.
His BYD says sales of cars and pickups in overseas markets exceeded 630,000 units from the January to August period.
What is everybody else doing today? NVIDIA seems to be slowly heading back up to where it was.
That's BYDDF.
Apple is up. Okay, that's good. It's up like $4 now. From the close. No, it's up $3 from the open. Okay, good. Well, that's good news just generally because that will move a lot of other stocks too. NVIDIA's still down about $1. Oracle is 311 now from 314 open, so it kind of faded there. Amazon is up a couple bucks. AMD is flat. Hood is down a little bit. And Tesla's like killing me with the 200 shares going down. This is managing a bad position. For small share size, this is pretty epically bad, So you do have to have nerves of steel if your account is small. For these kinds of numbers, you should have probably gotten out for sure, back when it was like $100, $150 or something. Sorry to lead you guys down a path like that, but I'm going to stick with the trade. I can bear the negative, and I'm thinking it will reverse, but it might not be when we can watch it do it together. So take note of my position, and you'll see what happens. I will not add to the share size to get out of this. So I believe it's going to recover. I'm looking at, let's study where we'd want to take profit on this position. No fear of leaving the screen. So 430 would be a nice spot. So we're up in the stratosphere, and I think this is the beginning of a rise to well above 500. We're in the beginning stages. Tomorrow's going to be, the interest rate cut. So you've got 423, which is an area that might, I'm down here. So somewhere, this one was at 421. Yeah, somewhere up in there is where I take profits. I'm not trying to take profit to how much I was willing to go down. I'm trying to take profit for what originally it might be. So I'm waiting it out. And I'm thinking that I'd want to try to take profit below that number. So 2150. So I think it'll get back up there today. So, I'm at 17. That's good. Okay, so I can go much lower than that to make a profit. Okay. So if I went $2, that'd be $400 profit. That would be $419.74. Or if I want to get out right at the right before it's high, where it might stall, there's $200 easily at $418.74, or maybe $300 profit on this trade would be a good spot. And that would be, double what we're going for the day. Well, I still have to beat the other trade. Jesus. I forgot. I got a negative on the other stock too. Man, I thought it was going to be a way easier day than this struggle. So, yeah. So I need to make way more money on this since I'm not scalping it like I'd like to do. It's not, I can't make enough on this. I have to go back and try to make it. I could make it on Oracle or something else, but I can't make it on Tesla, unfortunately. It won't afford me that. It's not going to go up there. If it goes up here, I can scalp later in the day to make the rest. You know, I could do it that way. So let me set this now, guys, so you can see where I'm going to set it. Probably at least $200 up, 4.7. So I'll probably drop it just below 419, maybe in the 95 zone, somewhere in there, 419, 95. I'll put a sell in there. And wait it out. So you see what's happening. It's not ideal. So I put it there, way the hell up there. And wait, where did I put it at? Did I go too high with that? 419.94. Did I want 419.94 or 418? I wanted 418.94. Right? So yeah, I went too high. 418. Let's get rid of that. A more feasible way, but if I'm watching it and I'm over here watching it, I might take that off and let it run a little further up if it's showing signs of that. Go right into there. All right, so we'll go right there. That'll make me a couple $100 at least toward the other bad trade that I'm having right now. So it's stopped at least. So for now. Yeah, really, I didn't have enough data. It really seemed like it was, I'm second guessing, you know, how this looked good with an ATR right here to help it. I mean, this looked like it should have recovered, and that's probably why I didn't get out right away. And then I was like down enough where I said, well, just hold it. And then I kept saying, well, it's coming back, hold it. Just, you have this too. I mean, it really showed like it was going to go up. So I don't think that was a mistake in reading the data. It just didn't follow the data. You know, it's recovering now, and it can happen in just a few minutes that it, you know, in 20 minutes or something, this could be right up here, you know. So we just got to wait it out. I'm confident that this stock's going to go up. If not completely out today, it will go up in the next few days for sure. So look, see, so one candle can make a big difference. That one candle moved $1. You know, it's $200 difference in my position. MACD sent it up too. I'd like to see it break that level to 415, and then I'm really only a couple bucks off my position. For Tesla, that's not a lot, you know, to be that far off. I see chat over here on this screen is going crazy. What's my time? Yeah, they want me to go over there like between 10:30 and 11 at the latest. Well, Charlie, we're you set yours for a swing too, right? Yep. So we're swinging this, guys, and that's not something that I thought I'd be doing on this month, but it kind of caught me unawares. You know, I just really did not think that would happen, and it just goes to show you it can happen at any time. So you have to be prepared. And I still got to get out of the other hole besides this one. So I've got some work to do with Charlie today, so we don't have a red day. We may have a red day today because this is a pretty big hole to get out of. So we'll see. I don't think this will be red today, but I don't know if I can get enough to recover from Oracle too. So, okay, guys. Well, listen, I'm going to call it now for this session, and I'll come back with a recap. So hopefully you guys are doing okay and didn't get caught up with this. And I'm just entertainment and calmness for your normal profitable trading that you're doing. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I will see you soon, and go green out there.